100 years ago, in the most deprived part of the East End. A special place was built by a man from a world away. On the same land where the Olympics will be staged in 2012, the Eton Manor Boys Club was a place where dreams could come true. One boy dreamt of winning Olympic gold. His dream came true. Twice.
Good day. Well, it's lovely to see so many of you here. Come to look around the club, have you? Well, I'm sure our boys will put on a good show for you. Yes, it's a damn fine place, all in all. The Eton Manor Boys Club. A touch of Eton class mixed with true East End spirit. Now then, this land that we're standing on, this is what we call the wilderness. Because before we were here, well, there wasn't anything at all. And let me tell you, it takes true character to be an Eton Manor lad. Oh, you fancy your chances, do you, sir? Come along then, what's your poison? Rugger? Here, catch. Boxing? Aha, who do you think you are, sir? Don't you know, we have a double Olympic champion on our books. Why, Harry Mallin, my good fellow, the professor of the sweet science. As fine a fighter as ever trained on these shores, and I'll tell you something, he's one of ours. Trained right here, right in this hall in which you are standing. The dignity with which he survived that whole debacle at the Paris Olympics. I mean, how could the referee have missed such a blatant piece of foul play? Anyway, Harry did what any decent Englishman would do. He shook his opponent's hand and left the ring with his head held high. As for me, well, I hope I see some of you for a stiff one at the social this evening. But right now I've got some business to attend to. It's been delightful to meet you all, and do take care.
Evening all. Constable Henry William Mallin's the name. Harry the boxer. Harry the Olympic champion. It's a great sport, boxing. It truly is. Reveals a man's true character. Greatest day of my life? Winning the Olympic title. 1920 it was. Of course, none of it would have happened without good old Major Villiers. He's the fellow that set up the Eton Manor Boys Club. Before that came along, this area had nothing. The Major got the boys playing sports, taught us there was more to life than working and scrapping. Of course, it changed my life. I'm not the only one. I started boxing young. I've always been able to look after myself. Goes with the territory being a copper. It was only after my first few fights, small affairs, fighting in the back of taverns, you know, I realised I might not be too bad at this boxing knock. So I kept fighting, and I kept winning, and winning, and winning. Never lost a single match. Lucky, I guess. I spent the next 4 years giving back to the community, taking care of some of the lads at the boys' club, training them up, and winning boxing matches, of course. When the Paris Olympics came around in 1924, I was raring to get out there and defend my title. Roger Browse was his name, a Frenchman, as ugly a fella as you're ever likely to see. The Paris crowd was wild, absolutely wild, supporting him. I couldn't hear myself think. Got through the first round. Pretty even all in all. In the next round, I weren't so lucky. He hung on to me, and fastened his teeth into my chest and threw a vicious right to my chin, the bloody barbarian. I made sure I went to the referee and I told him I'd been fouled. I even showed him the teeth marks in my chest. Didn't make the blindest bit of difference. They gave the fight to Browse. I lost, for the first time in my career. But didn't appeal. It's not proper, you know? You've got to be sportsmanlike about these things. The referee's word is final. It was only when we heard about another boxer, Argentinian he was. He said that Browse done the same thing to him. It was a serial biter. Didn't take long for the judges to overturn your decision. So I kept my undefeated record. First time it's ever happened. I still feel a bit strange about it though. Winning in those circumstances. Everyone was very proud. My name in all the papers. Keep training my lads at the Eton Manor. One or two here I reckon could be better than me if they put the work in. Thanks for stopping by. I'll tell Major Villiers you said hello.